Today we are crocheting something very cool for the summertime. We are going to crochet the aster top. So the other day I went to Michael's and picked up some yarn. The pattern calls for a size 2 yarn and I could not find any sport weight yarn. So I found this size 3 loops and threads ombre yarn, and I got 2, and that's what we're going with. That's not what the pattern calls for, but I think it'll be fine. It feels very light. It feels like a very, very light 3. It also calls for a 3mm hook, and I think I'm going to use a 2.75 because the pattern is small medium and I'm more on the small side, so I think that 2.75 will be good. We'll see. I also will not be, we'll just kind of hope it works out. So the first thing I had to do was chain the bottom of the shirt. So I went ahead and did that, and I think it's a good size. I'm just going to count and make sure that I have the amount I need. One more. Bam. Alright, so here we go. So here it is. Side to side. And it's about the size of this shirt from seam to seam. I get really nervous with clothing pieces. I really do. So, and then basically now I just have to work the stitching pattern to get like the lacy effect. This pattern says it is easy, which is good. So I'm hoping that it's easy to get the flow going so that I can work on this just when I'm hanging out. Because I don't really like to have to constantly be reading the pattern because I like to crochet while I watch TV. The pattern is really, really nice. It has like pictures of the stitches that you'll need, and it has everything you need. She recommends the yarn to use, and then it gives you a grid of the lace pattern as well. It's been a really long time since I have crocheted something for myself, I feel like, with like Christmas, and then I just haven't had any inspiration. I'm really, really excited to have a fun little shirt. I feel like I never wear crochet pieces, but this one could be something I would wear. Right now I'm just doing some double crochets. It doesn't look like there's really any challenging stitches. Sorry. You're good, I'm not recording.
Oh, you are recording though.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know either.
I just spent like 15 minutes untangling that yarn. And now I can continue. I wanted to show you my progress on the shirt. I will say I could see how using a thinner yarn would have benefited me. I feel like it's still gonna look cool. So you can see the beginning here was really easy to follow, and then these stitches were easy, and then you did the same thing again. And then this is kind of where it was a bit confusing, and I'm working on that part now. As you can see, I just started this row. But what I found to help was that you need to look at the diagram that's also with the pattern. It kind of helps you see where your stitches need to go, and it just gives you a really good visual. I'm excited because spring is in about a month, and this is going to be like the perfect little top. Good morning. It's been quite a while since I picked this up, but that's where we're at. I don't know how much I updated, but I had messed up and I had accidentally increased by like a set of stitches and it was starting to get wavy. I need to figure out where I am, and then I'm gonna, honestly, I really want to work on this a bunch today because I'm curious on to how it's gonna turn out. Okay, so I just worked on that for like 40 minutes maybe, and I have completed the body half, and now I need to cut the yarn and do the top half of the shirt. I just finished the front panel of this top. Look at it! Oh, wait, it's actually so cute. You basically, to make this, the top, the front and the back are exactly the same. So up to the shoulders, it's gonna kind of stretch to the shoulders. It's gonna be, this is my belly button. So with some high-waisted pants, it's gonna be right at the waistline. And that makes me want to go bust out the other half of this. I really actually love all the stitches. I really like to do this chaining, and I like this V pattern. I do not enjoy the shell. I'm not a fan of that pattern. Like, I don't like making picot stitches, but it's very easy once you get the hang of it. So I'm actually probably gonna go start the second half. I really want to get this done like tomorrow. I just have to make this one more time. It really didn't take me that long. I would say like 4 to 5 hours maybe. My relationship with crochet lately has been all or nothing. Like at this moment and like the whole day, I've just been crocheting and like unable to do the next task. So I'm like, okay, I'll do one more row. And like we're here, 6 rows in, one more row, and then I'll do that. And so I'm like addicted to the next row. If I'm not like that, then it's in my book bag for a week and a half straight and I don't even touch it. It's hard to find that happy medium. Good morning! I am gonna take maybe like 30 minutes this morning and crochet. I'm gonna have to go get another ball of yarn from my house. This is how much I did yesterday on the new piece. It's been really nice because now I know exactly kind of what the pattern is, and I can just look at my previous shirt, the front panel, and work off of that without having to like scroll through the pattern, which is really nice. I've been able to work a lot faster because of that. Once again, I have crocheted for way too long, but in my defense, I was trying to get to the end of my ball of yarn, and I thought I was a lot closer than I was. So when I was at this row, I was like, okay, surely this will be the last row that I can do. And then I did that row, and I was like, okay, I'll do the next row. That should be the last row. And that just kept happening. And then I only had one more row left before I needed to cut the yarn to do the top section. I don't even think I'm going to get through the yarn. And I didn't. I have this much left. But it worked out really well because I needed to cut the yarn anyway. And now I only have to cut the yarn once. Okay, I have completed all of my tasks for the day. And now I am left with finishing this shirt. So excited. I only have, I think, like 12 rows or so. Try and untangle this tiny thing here. I have both pieces completed, 1 and 2. So now I just have to join and also hide the ends. Hello. So last night I finished the shirt mostly. And everything is sewn together. But I think that I want it to be cropped. So honestly, I think I'm gonna take off up to this right here. I just think I'm gonna wear it a lot more if it's a little bit shorter. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is cut the side seam here on either side and just a little bit up to where I want it to end. Okay, so I think I've decided I'm gonna make it this row of double crochets. We're gonna get a slip knot on our new bottom, and then we need to find the first double crochet. I'm not explaining this very well, but I'm gonna link the tutorial I watched. And yeah, so I'm just gonna attempt to do this without ruining the rest of the shirt. So I did the chain on the bottom, and if I did it right, it won't unravel when I cut it. That literally took forever, but I think I fixed it. So let's go try it on. All right. I feel like this is so much better. Now, the question is, do I do a border? I don't think I'm gonna do the neckline. I think the neckline is fine. I might just leave it. Other than that, that's it. At first, when I started to work on this, I didn't think that the mesh design was going to come through that well. But I feel like you can tell really well what's going on. And I really, really like the design. I think it's adorable. It's literally just 2 panels sewn together. And I followed the instructions for the small, and it fit really well. I feel like it can be modified very easily to like do a more boxy look around the neck, but I think that the high neckline looks pretty cool. I'm definitely more of like an advanced crocheter, and so this was easy for me. There were a couple points where I messed up because I misread the pattern, but the stitches themselves were very easy. But I don't really think I would say it's a beginner pattern. It was easy for someone who is maybe comfortable with switching between stitches, because yeah, it's chaining then single crochet, chaining then single crochet, and then the next row it's double crochets, and there's lots of skipping stitches just to create this mesh effect. Not that I don't think like a beginner couldn't figure it out, because it is mostly just chains, double crochets, and single crochets, but a beginner could do it. It just might be harder for a beginner, if that makes sense. It was a really, really well written pattern, and I would highly, Highly recommend it. Just look at how cute. Piece 1 of my summer wardrobe complete. I'll see you guys in the next one.